Welcome students. Today I am going to discuss about the topic ozone depletion and global warming. So you must be wondering that why this topic has included in this elements of mechanical engineering, because earlier this topic was not included in the elements of mechanical engineering. Only we had like refrigeration and air conditioning and those chapters. So now this concept has been included is because of the importance of the what you call the ozone depletion and global warming. So how to understand and what is our contribution, what are the areas that will affect. So this awareness should be created for everybody, so that it is our duty to protect the ozone depletion, to stop the ozone depletion and to stop the global warming and all. So it is our duty and responsibility to understand and to be aware and to contribute from our end. So first and foremost, these are the environmental issues. So these are the environmental issues, main environmental issues like ozone depletion and global warming. So there are five areas of linkage between ozone layer and global warming. So the same carbon dioxide radiative forcing that produces global warming is expected to cool the stratosphere. So I will show you in the picture. So as we all know that in atmosphere there are different layers like as ionosphere, stratosphere, troposphere. So all these different layers will be there, and the sun's radiation will come, ultraviolet radiation will come and fall on the first stratosphere. And this ozone depletion, the ozone layer is available or is fixed in between this stratosphere and the troposphere. First, from the Earth surface, it will go to the troposphere. First, the troposphere will be there, and then there will be ozone layer, and after some kilometers, so there will be stratosphere. So this ozone layer will separate this stratosphere and troposphere, right? So the same carbon dioxide radiative forcing that produces global warming is expected to cool the stratosphere, but this cooling in turn is expected to produce a relative increase in ozone depletion in polar area and the frequency of ozone holes. So this in turn it is affecting this ozone depletion in polar area and the frequency of ozone holes. Conversely, there are two opposing effects. Reduced ozone causes the stratosphere to absorb less solar radiation. The resulting colder stratosphere emits less long wave radiation downward, thus cooling the troposphere. Overall, the cooling dominates. So, what exactly here is like the stratosphere, where the ultraviolet radiation will come and fall on the stratosphere, and it is no, we are trying to cool the stratosphere so that the ultraviolet radiation will come and fall on the earth's surface with the so much of amount of cooling, so that that will not affect the human origin. So we will see in the next slide. So this I will show you. This is all about the different layers. This is the earth surface, and from 0 to 10 kilometers there it is called as a troposphere. And then after 10 kilometers, so there will be an ozone layer, and after this ozone layer from 10 to 50 kilometers, so there will be stratosphere. So this is how the layers are formed from the earth's surface till 10 kilometers. It is called as troposphere, and from there to another some distance, that layer will be formed, the ozone layer. And then after that, from 10 kilometers to 50 kilometers, there will be stratosphere. Okay. And so the ozone layer refers to a region of earth's stratosphere that absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. So it is the topmost position. The stratosphere is in the topmost position when sun's radiation come and fall on the stratosphere first, and that absorbs. It contains high concentration of ozone relative to other parts of the atmosphere. So this stratosphere will have so much amount of concentration of ozone which with respect to the other layers. The ozone layer is mainly found in lower portion of the stratosphere, right? So this is the stratosphere, as I have told you, and most of the times, right, and below this stratosphere, so there you will find this ozone layer. And the ozone layer was discovered in 1913 by the French physicist Charles Fabry and Henry Buisson. So these are the two different scientists who invented, discovered, not invented, it's discovered in 1913 that there is an ozone layer which separates this troposphere and stratosphere. Now moving on to this another slide, so the ozone depletion. So what are the different um, reasons why this ozone depletion takes place? We'll see in detail. So first one, ozone depletion describes two phenomena: a steady decline of about 4% per decade in the total volume of ozone in Earth's stratosphere, the ozone hole. See, if a steady decline of about 4% per decade in a total volume of ozone in Earth's stratosphere, the ozone hole will occur. Right? The catalytic destruction of ozone is by atomic halogens. The main source of these halogen atoms is halocarbons, refrigerants, solvents, propellants, the foam blowing agents, HCFC, hydrochlorofluorocarbons, and freons and halons. See, and these chlorofluorocarbons and other contributory substances are referred to as ozone depletion substances. So, what does it mean actually? See, apart from this industry or automobiles or deforestation or some gases which are coming out from different areas. So the first thing, like from domestic refrigerators, air conditionings, there will be some chlorofluorocarbons are used as refrigerants. So that is also be responsible for the depletion of this ozone. So that is what is given here. The catalytic destruction of ozone is by atomic halogens. The main source of this halogen atoms is halocarbon refrigerants. So it is most of them, it is coming from these refrigerant. So that is why in this chapter, like steam and energy resources, so this is also included, that from where this most of the times that um, the atoms are which are responsible for the depletion of this ozone layer. So in this diagram picture, if you see a little closer, from sun's radiation, ultraviolet radiations are coming, right? And so in ozone, so it is coming and falling. So there will be two layers, right? First stratosphere and then ozone layer and troposphere. These ultraviolet radiations are coming and falling on the earth's surface. That is what it is shown in the diagram. And in this diagram, if you look at this, so sun's radiation is coming and falling on it. It is coming and falling on the ozone layer. So ozone layer is absorbs the sun's radiation, and some amount of radiation is escaping outside, so the edge of the atmosphere. And so these are the things which are responsible for the depletion of this ozone layer. The one is deforestation, and the second one is chlorofluorocarbons which are coming out from refrigerators and air conditioning, and next one is automobiles, and next oil and petrol engines, and then radiation absorbed by greenhouse gases and fossil fuels. So these are the main responsible for this depletion of this ozone layer and global warming, right? So some amount of this radiation will escape out, and some amount will be absorbed, and some amount will be reflected. So that is what is shown in the diagram. Now, moving on to this ozone holes and its causes, right? The, the primary cause of ozone depletion is the presence of chlorine containing source gases, primary primarily chlorofluorocarbons and related halocarbons. So that is the main reason for the depletion of this ozone layer. So one is that chlorine containing source gases. Next, most of the ozone that is destroyed is in the lower stratosphere, in contrast to the much smaller zone depletion through homogeneous gas phase reactions, which occurs primarily in the upper stratosphere. So that is what it is given. The most of the ozone that is destroyed is will be in the lower stratosphere, which is closely connected to the ozone layers, right? So which causes primarily in upper stratosphere. And now finally we will see what are the consequences of ozone depletion. If ozone depletion takes place, or global warming takes place, so what are the consequences that we are going to face is, one is increased of ultraviolet radiations which are coming out from sun, and second one is effect on human health. And so sometimes it may lead to skin cancer or various types of cancers undergo, and the effects of non-human animals, and crop production is affected. So these are the main important areas which will be affected in the consequence of the ozone depletion and global warming. So it is our responsibility, our duty to take care of this, to stop this depletion of ozone layers and global warming. Thank you for watching this video.